Welcome back to the NITE Economics YouTube channel, and tonight we're going to be looking at the price of gold. If you've been liking the content, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and without any further ado, let's get into tonight's video. So here I have the price of gold on the weekly chart. So if you could see here on the weekly, let me get rid of this drawing here. If you take a look here, we had the 5 exponential moving average move below the 55 exponential moving average. So this is a bearish cross. So we could expect, I don't know exactly when, but we could expect in the weeks and months to come, I guess in this case the weekly, in the weeks to come, some downward price action in the price of gold. And we've had that on the weekly, and I think also the 2-week has, yes, the 2-week has also had a bearish cross. Here the 5 exponential moving average moving below the 21 exponential moving average. So we could expect a correction down to the 55 exponential moving average here on the 2-week chart. So that's currently sitting around 3,700, just around, but 3,676 US dollars to be exact, but around 3,700 bucks, possibly a little bit below. And I actually think you'll get that somewhere down here where this previous consolidation happened between April and August of 2025, so that was last year, somewhere here in the 3,400, 3,300 dollar range before going lower. I think gold is going to go lower into the long term, but I still hold my previous statement, if you've been watching my YouTube channel, that I think gold is going to be bullish to the end of this decade and into the beginning of the previous decade. I think gold, it will hit new all-time highs. But I think if you're waiting to buy on gold, I think wait some more. There's no need to rush into this. I mean, this is quite bearish, and until you find a macro low, or we get into a macro low, I think it's just better to wait and just be patient. If you're a good investor, you're gonna learn, or if you're just an investor, it's very important just to be very patient. Just wait for things. Better things are to come, and there's always something that's bullish or coming out of or that will potentially be bullish into the future, something that's more in current, if you will. I may explain that well, but essentially don't buy this right now. I think there's some lower price action to come. I think it's going to get to this 55 exponential moving average on the weekly and lower. Let's take a look at the monthly. Yeah, I mean, it's not a good looking monthly. Weekly's not looking good. We've had, again, the 2-week and the weekly have had both bearish crosses to the downside. So that's telling us more downward price action to come in the months and weeks to come. If we look at the 10 days, also the last couple of, I guess it's been two candles ago, we've had also a bearish cross to the downside. And again, the corrective target would be 3,670 US dollars here. So essentially the 55 exponential moving average here on the 10-day. Let's take a look at the 5-day. Yeah, the 5-day too also had this had in this current candle had a corrective or had a bearish cross to the downside with the red 5 exponential moving average moving below the green 55 exponential moving average. And yeah, and for me, I have a target down here at this area. This previous consolidation of last year, I think, is a natural target. First the 3,600, 3,700 target, and then the 3,400 target. It's not going to happen right away. It's going to take some time. As you could see, gold likes to resist before breaking down, especially here. It's really been resisting for the last couple of weeks, really. Let's look at the 2-day. Yeah, I mean, I think it's only inevitable here on the 2-day before the 200 simple moving average and price action have a collision course. I think it's just a bygone conclusion at this point. And if we look at the daily, it really starts to paint an interesting picture. You could see that on the daily here, price action is really bouncing off of here, off of the 350. I think this is a 355, or it might be 375. I can't remember. Oops. Let me take a quick look, guys. No, I forgot how to use this. Here we go, settings, style, inputs, 377. So the 377 exponential moving average, so it's using that as support, and that's very interesting. And these are Fibonacci numbers if you're curious as to which ones I'm using here. I'm pretty sure the 377 is a Fibonacci number. But I'll verify that on another video. But I'm using the 5, the 21, 55, 200 simple moving average, and I also like the 377 just for long-term analysis, because that's pretty much what I do here on the channel. Sometimes some medium to short-term stuff just because I find it interesting, but I don't invest based off of that. I only invest based off of long-term value areas, if you will. So yeah, so it's using it as support, and there's only a matter of time. It's bounced off of it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times now. And it's only a matter of time before that's no longer a support and it breaks down. And it'll become a resistance level for gold in the time to come. So let's turn back on our Fibonacci retracement here. So yeah, so expecting, a retracement down to this 50% retracement, and then lower, and then lower. I do expect gold at some point, if we go back to our weekly chart, to reconnect with the 200 simple moving average, which is currently sitting all the way at 2,800 US dollars. As time moves on, obviously it's going to go creep up higher, so it probably will get up to about the $300 mark before it reconnects. Now, when is it going to reconnect? I can't tell you time-wise, but this will take some time, a year, maybe 2, to play out. On the 2-week, it's significantly lower, and I do expect it to reconnect with it as well, as it usually does throughout history, right? It always reconnects and actually goes below it in many instances, as you could see here, right? As you could see, the white line here is the 200 simple moving average on the 2-week, and price action many times moves below it, right? So yeah, so I do expect it to reconnect with it. It's currently sitting at 2,255 US dollars as of today, and today is July 19th, 2026, the year of our Lord. And then I do expect it to go lower, although obviously by the time it reaches it, right, by the time price action reaches the 200 simple moving average, obviously that moving average is gonna move up, right? So yeah, so will I expect gold to get down to around the mid $2,000 range at some point? Yeah, I do. It's just a matter of time or it's a question of when it will reach that target, and the short answer here is not anytime soon. Probably sit back, relax, watch it, keep an eye on it. There's more downward price action to come. But yeah, I expect it to happen within the next year or two for it to finally get down there. And at that point is the time where you want to get in and buy some gold. And I think silver is very similar like that too. I do expect silver to reconnect with the 200 simple moving average here as well on the weekly, and possibly get quite below it. But again, it's going to take some time for price action and the 200 simple moving average to catch up with each other, meet up. And possibly, yeah, I do expect gold probably to get down to the, high 20s, maybe somewhere around there. But only time will tell. I mean, this is not prediction, price target YouTube video. All I could tell you is that price for both gold and silver are in a downtrend, and I think it's just better to wait for these. I think there's other things that are currently more attractive in the markets, and it's just better to allocate your capital to those was it a word I'm looking for? To those markets, I guess. Anyways, if you're liking the content, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.